What it is, y'all. So today is not a very easy day for me because August 1st is the anniversary of two deaths, and both of them were my grandparents. One was my maternal grandmother 15 years ago, and then the second is my grandfather dying 5 years ago. I was never close with either of them, not even close with my last grandparent that passed. I had three of them. Well, my grandfather who had passed on, you know, over 10 years before I was born. You know what's really fucked up? I was given his name too. Evans Price. That's my middle name. That's his name. 1913 through 1987. You know what's fucked up is that we would never have been close. You know, he would never fucking like me either. And I have a hard time trying to accept that I'm never gonna have a close bond with my grandparents now that they're all gone. By the time I figured out that I really wanted a close bond, it was too late. That I made all the wrong choices before I had figured it out. Everyone else in my generation has a close bond with their grandparents, but me. It's not even their fault. It's no one's fault but mine. I made the wrong choice. I shouldn't have talked back to my mama or my pops. And at work, it's real hard to, act like things are normal when it's not. I really am hurting. That's why I don't say good when someone asks me how are you. I just say I'm moving forward. So I'm trying to move past the pain. If I had showed compassion to other people, if I wasn't so selfish and disrespectful and copied off those characters from television, if I just did the right thing to begin with, I'm pretty 99.9% sure I wouldn't have gotten in any trouble. And also, everything that I wanted, I might have gotten, especially a close bond with all my grandparents. But no, I decided to do like those characters on television, keep talking back. And people were trying to help me, and I wanted to still be disrespectful. You know, I can't get mad at anyone. I can't cut anyone off that had that close bond with them because it's not their fault. They didn't tell Grandma Minnie or Grandma Mary or Papa to start hating me. You know, it's my fault. I pushed the opportunity away by making trouble at home. And when my mom and my dad called their parent, asked them how they were doing, they always talked about how I was the little brat. And Papa said, or Grandma Minnie said, you know what? He's not even my grandson. He's not even my grandson. That's because I treated myself like I wasn't their grandchild. I was acting like one of those television characters. So they acted like they didn't know me. So Grandma Minnie, Grandma Mary, and Papa acted like they never knew me. If I had just behaved and did the right thing, I wouldn't be worrying about that. I had to learn the hard way. And when your mother or your father tells you something, you have got to go with it. Talking back is not an option. Making trouble is not an option. You're supposed to let it stand, let the period be there, and let that be law in your mind. I wish I had done that before. It's gonna be real hard to forgive myself, but adults forgive themselves, you know. And you can't stay a child forever. You can't stay a kid forever. You have to move on. You have to let it go. You have to drop it when someone tells you to drop it. And Grandma Minnie and Grandma Mary, I'm gonna try to find a black woman to date, you know. Even though we weren't close, you know, I'm gonna still try to find a black woman because that's what you would want. The reason why I'm interested in white girls is because I'm interested in white girls is because I was never close with Grandma Minnie. But Kenyatta was always close with Grandma Minnie. I saw Grandma Minnie like every 2-3 days. And she never liked me because of my attitude. I wish I had been more loving. Yeah, 99.7% of my regrets come from running my mouth while I don't have to. I'm trying to forgive myself because if I had closed it, you know, maybe Grandma and Papa would love me, Grandma Minnie would love me, and we'd have a close bond like Kenyatta has with his grandparent. Well, had with Grandma, or Bree had with Grandma and Papa. It really hurts. I'm trying to act like it doesn't hurt, but it always does. That's why, you know, I don't talk to certain people at work because they're people like Alan. He'd expect me to act like stuff is good when it's not. That's why I'm uncomfortable around him because you know it's not him, it's me. I'm really hurting. That's why I don't call people anymore. That's why I do like Devin and just shy away from the family.